And welcome back to part 4 of What If Deku Was a Saiyan? Last time on the My Hero What If, Deku won the sports festival, continuing to dig that. I mean, he's not digging the hole. Bakugo's digging the hole due to his own arrogance and ego. But digging the hole of Bakugo hating him. Just hating his ass. And we're now moving over into the Hero Killer Stain arc. Now, someone did ask the question at some point. Is Midoriya going to get the Super Saiyan? Is he going to go Super Saiyan? Well, I wouldn't make him a Saiyan if I wasn't going to make him go Super Saiyan at some point. We just simply aren't at that point where Super Saiyan would happen. Remember, Super Saiyan needs a catalyst. Deku also just isn't, like, theoretically at the power level of what you should have for Super Saiyan. But as we learned from Kishimoto, Akira Toriyama, God rest his soul, it does have to do more with something called S cells, which enable the Saiyan transformation. But more to the point, yes, Deku's going to go Super Saiyan at some point in this series. It just hasn't happened yet. But what has happened is is it the internship? No, it's the work study. The internship was afterwards. I always forget which one is which. But the work study comes first. And unlike in other scenarios here, Midoriya probably has a lot of offers, actually, given his structure of power. Even Mirako probably, who, if you read there's some side mangas, not actual side manga, but they're like side stories. They actually did like an internship under Mirako, who actually didn't like Deku that much. She thought he just kind of got in the way and didn't really like his kind of like ideology. However, here, I feel like someone like Mirako might actually enjoy Deku's personality a bit more. Add on to the fact that he's a lot more physically inclined with his quirk. He's also got animal-like traits. But even if she does place an interest in him, I still see him going with Gran Torino. In fact, I could totally see Gran Torino watching the sports festival, seeing One for All on display, and then calling up Toshinori. I see you finally chose a student. Yes, he's still got a long ways to go, but he's doing very well at Gran Torino. For his work study, bring him over here. I'll see what I can do with him. And so when Midoriya is looking over the work study, Toshinori, All Might, as Toshinori, say, Midoriya, I have news for you. Yeah, I have who you're going to be doing your work study for. Really? I actually had quite a few. I even got like Mirako. I was really considering that. She's an awesome hero. I could learn a lot physically from her. You could, but she won't be able to help you with One for All. However, my old teacher, Gran Torino, he might be able to help you with that. Wait, your old teacher? That's right, the one who mentored me. And so Midoriya is like, oh, okay, fine, great. And then he goes over, finds Gran Torino. It's like, what? Oh no! It's like, oh no! Finds him dead. Oh, that's what I get for walking with what was it? Sausage slings and ketchup, which I guess it's just sausage and ketchup. You think hot dogs and ketchup? We don't think sausage. While hot dogs are kind of shaped like sausages, they are not sausages. At least not in the traditional sense of a sausage. They are sausage adjacent. But you don't think of ketchup on sausage. You think of it a hot dog. I just found that a little odd, but whatever. It's like, well, are you sure? All Might's Toshinori? Now that's a little bit of a difference here. Originally, in the original, he didn't know who Toshinori was. He didn't know All Might's real name. He just knew him as All Might. But he's, Toshinori? Yeah, Toshinori-san. Yeah. Well then, fire off a shot of your One for All. He just switched. I want to see how well you come so far. I'm told you're pretty strong on your own, but let's see how strong you really are, kid. So are you sure about that? And then, I don't want to hurt you. Oh, you don't want to hurt me. And all of a sudden, even Midoriya with Saiyan reflexes and all that. It's like, huh! Like he was barely in. Gran Torino wasn't going all out. Even Midoriya, who was barely able to follow, but still was able to follow. So, it's like, what? It's like, I'll say it again. Come at me, you neophyte. And so, fine. And he powers up, and immediately Torino can tell, that's not just One for All. That's something else. Hold on. It's like, I said, come for me. What's that you're doing? Well, I'm powering up. I'm using, but I said, I'm guessing that's part of your quirk, right? And which Midoriya is just like, interesting. Well, I want to see about that later. But right now, just use your One for All. All right, fine. And like I said, because of Saiyan biology, acclimation, Zenkai, all that, by pushing himself beyond his limits, it's slowly increasing the limit for how much his body can take, and therefore how much one for all he can use. So he's like, fine, he's powering up, but this time he's not using his ki. He's using the feeling of one for all, which he can luckily feel the difference with. It's like, 13%, one for all, maximum. 13%, not bad. And Midoriya even naturally is fast. So Gran Torino immediately, the boy is fast. So Gran Torino is now not just taking him lightly. They're actually having a legitimate fight. Just boom, 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 back and forth. Break it. All right, that's enough for right now. We're gonna break my. What was that? Wasn't a living room. That was what? A walkway, entrance room. We're gonna break the room. And Midoriya's like, and immediately Torino's like, well, it's been a long time since someone's been able to dodge. I've had to dodge strikes from someone. And Midoriya's like, man, that old man's fast. Holy crap! In a little bit, I want to test what you can do with that quirk of yours. But right now, let's eat. And the difference here is Deku already has full cowling. He doesn't need to learn from Gran Torino how to use full cowling. What he does need to do is learn how to maximize his potential, figure out how to increase more without breaking his bones. Keep in mind, too, going to his limit is not what allows him to use more of his percentages. It's pushing past the limit is what basically kind of sets the new percentage. So right now, Deku's probably sitting at roughly a 13%. If he went, say, 15 and was now feeling the strain on his bones or beyond, that would probably set the new limitation. If he went a full 100%, broke all his bones, that would not mean it's 100%. I want to be very clear about that. What that would mean, however, is that instead of just going up to 15%, he'd probably go up to 25%. It's just a percentage game. Either way, though, that he's not just that one spar alone isn't enough to raise the percentage of how much one for all he can handle. Yes, hello, puppy. Now, if you need to go back outside, I'll let you. She was just doing a thing earlier where she was going in and out, and it's cold. It's no, we're not doing that. Anyway, eventually, he tests out Midoriya. I mean, he even figures with Midoriya using his actual quirk, quote unquote, he can't even keep up with Midoriya at that point. He's like, you've already got a pretty good handle of it. I just need to see where you're at. But the one thing you're lacking. And the reason he's able to still kind of beat Midoriya in the spars, despite the fact that Midoriya now overwhelms him, is that he's just got better experience. By the by, I still don't understand how a guy who was clearly around the same height, actually I think even taller than Nana, shrunk half his size. There's no logic into why that happened, unless it's a byproduct of his quirk or something. Which I guess is possible now I think about it. I mean, his quirk wouldn't really lean towards a byproduct like that. But just because of the way his quirk works. 1 second. And there you go. Don't make pee and poo-poo. Come on. And we're back. So we would catch him saying, all right, we're going to put this in action. Just find some low-level criminals, all that. And then Midoriya, obviously, no one was attacked. He is going after Stain. Luckily, Midoriya gets there pretty quick. He gets there probably just after he's been caught by Stain's, a quirk. It's I can't move. And then Stain gets, boom, caught by Midoriya, who's probably only using maybe 5-ish% right now. There's no reason to go all out. Hell, he doesn't even have to be using his quirk, really. He can fly, for God's sake. So he flies, rushing, and boom, scoring off. It's Midoriya, this doesn't concern you. Leave now. I've got a lot of things to say to you, Ida, right now. But that's not the point. What kind of hero would I be if I just left my friend behind, left someone behind? To which Stain just looks at us and so they square off. And Midoriya is just the straight physical better to Stain. They need to get in there. And Midoriya is quick. He's fast. He's landing this definitive strikes. He's breaking that rib that cracked or broken, punctured his lung. Midoriya is kind of doing that kind of damage. Give it up, Stain. You're mine. And he gets the blood. Now, someone. someone asked in the comments, and it's actually a very good question. Midoriya is not human. He looks human, but he's not human. Therefore, how does his blood-curdling quirk work against a Saiyan, who wouldn't, in theory, have the same type of blood, like type A, type B, type O, or AB? So, it works on blood. So, I have to assume right at the gate, it still works on Midoriya. But the fact is, it could either work just as long as any of them, longer, or be done in a much shorter time. There's just no real good way to determine that, unfortunately. I'll say this. Midoriya is like, I can't move now. What? And he notices a little script blood. It's like, he must be his quirk. You have possibilities. I can't move. Domino, you're not going outside. She literally just came in. She's going out the door. Like, she's just being completely and utterly unreasonable right now of her dog. So she's just going to have to wait. Anyway. So, Midoriya, I can't move. Like, you have possibilities, kid. Like, he can't, like, his hand, I can't move, but maybe if I can, he just barely is able to kind of power through it. Again, alien biology, you can make an argument that maybe he can just barely move. Like, just, like, twist his hand in a way. Just, all right then, kid. Time to, and then obviously he, all of a sudden, he senses something, and an energy blast comes his way. Just, what? I told you. And Midoriya is just slowly, it's like barely, it's basically like his body, he's literally just paralyzed, but only, it's like tetanus. Tetanus is actually perfect. Your body muscles seize up with it. It's like that. Like his entire body's like having a spasm, like a super spasm, but you can still technically move. It's just you're so locked up, it's near impossible. That's kind of what's happening with Midoriya. Like, I told you, I won't. And he just gets into a stance, but he's like, I can still barely move. Let you hurt Ida. It's like, and even a stane's like, you really are something else, kid. Most people can't move with my quirk. Once I take their blood, they're stuck until I finish them off. But there's something about you that is different. That look in your eye, that fire. That's the kind of thing I like to see in a hero, kid. But unfortunately, I don't think you're going to be able to move. You're not going to be able to move for some time yet. Damn it! And then obviously Shoto comes in, and then Midoriya finally just rushes in, and then they just tag team him like they did before, just boom, and just put Stain in the ground, basically. Only for the Nomos to show up. One of them captures Midoriya, who admittedly should be able to fight the damn thing off without too much difficulty. But just he's about to, say, I said, let go. Stain comes in, stabs it. It's like, what? And then Endeavor, you fake hero killer, come at you. Oh, none of you are worthy. Only one of you is worthy. All might is worthy. And then just goes, passes out. And so Stain is taken care of, but they're all freaked out. Which leads us now to the finals. And Midoriya is paired up with Bakugo. And he's like, I don't need your help, stupid losers. Like, come on, let's just talk about this. We need to work up a game. This is All Might we're talking about. Even together, we're not going to be strong enough to be. It's like, shut up, I can take this on my own. It's like, you idiot, this is why you want to know why you kept losing to me? And which Bakugo's like, you shut up. Which Midoriya just grabs his hand this time, not even taking the smack this time. He's not taking shit from Bakugo at this point. Because you can't think past your own ass! Like, Midoriya is just, like, done, has it. You little, like, oh, lovers quarrel, huh? What? Hold on to this for me, young Midoriya. God, crap. And actually, this time he also wraps him around him. So I was like, oh, I know that strength of yours, Midoriya. Can't let you try getting out of there that easy. I was like, God damn it. And Bakugo's like, I got you. And All Might's just beating the hell out of him. Like, Midoriya's not wrong. You think you are too self-centered, Bakugo. You're too focused on yourself. Maybe with Midoriya you could have escaped. But no, it's like, I'd rather fail than accept help from him. So as long as you have no regrets, To which Midoriya probably just powers up as best he can. Just gets blasted. He's full blasting his all for one for all to the max he can get it to, even a little beyond, going like 15s. I can imagine the Hero Killer instant maybe bumped it up a little bit, which because he was also training too. It increases with training. So he's up to like 17%. So he's adding a little bit of that wind gust power in there too without knowing it. Kamehameha just oh my, just basically he's holding it back. Bakugo, not even thinking, he's like boom, just hits all my my son gets blasted back. We gotta get out of here, go! And then they go hide. I don't know how long All Might's gonna be down for. I caught him off guard. He was still able to catch that. Damn you! And this is where they finally kind of just have their heart to heart a little bit, at least about the situation. Damn it! Every time I think I'm ahead of you, just show me how strong you've gotten. Then get stronger, Bakugo. If that's what's bothering you, then just get stronger. What? Which Bakugo, he's like, what? Just like that? Get stronger. Which Midoriya finally goes, I said get stronger. If I'm a hill you gotta climb, then climb over that hill. Show me that if you want to say you're the best, then prove it. But you know what the thing about being the best is? There's always gonna be someone, at the end of the day, they're gonna come across someone stronger than you. Even the best can't do everything on their own. Even All Might can't do everything on his own. You know why? Do you know why All Might's the best? Not because he wins by himself, because he knows what it needs to be done to win, be it on his own or by working with others. So tell me, are you going to be the best, Bakugo, or are you just going to be that guy who thinks he's the best? To which Bakugo finally gets his hands, unhand me, just basically kind of does a minor explosion to kind of intimidate Midoriya, who doesn't flinch. Listen, I hate that I have to agree with you. I hate that I'm agreeing with you on this, Midoriya. But look, we're gonna get one shot at this. To which All Might finally is back, and his outfit's a little torn up, but he's overall fuzzy. Young Midoriya, Bakugo, where are you hiding? I must admit that was quite the impressive blast, young Midoriya. And if I didn't catch it, I'd be in a lot more pain than I am now. To which, Bakugo comes in. Coming at me again, Bakugo? All on your own? Sorry, but that's not going to be good enough. Yeah, I thought so. To which Midoriya pulls the pen, and basically has a blast in his energy blast in hand. Blasts All Might. They start flying. We got to keep going now. Quick, that's not going to hold back. That's not going to hold him down long. You're right, it won't. To which Midoriya is like, Bakugo! Get out of here, you idiot! And so basically he tries to, be the hero, let Midoriya pass. But Midoriya just like, no. Basically he pushes himself past his limit, 20%. And unfortunately, I think right now for him, 20% might be just a little too much. It does not shatter his arm, but he can feel his bones crack on that one. Just like, but boom! Sorry, All Might. But I can't let you Bakugo let Bakugo down either. We're passing this together. Not bad, young Midoriya. So a Crabby Girl helps him, gives him a kiss. So his now upper limit's 20%. Gives him a kiss. Heals him with a kiss. Smooch. And they pass. Now, where we're going to end this is... we're going to cut this one short for today. Not because I'm actually crunched for time. I'm actually not. I just feel like this is actually a good spot to end it. And also hello! So I'll see you for the next